right, time to do the hard stuff. I just came back from the gym, so obviously I need to let everything cool off. I may just put the fan over here and let everything cool down for about an hour or two, so I'm not risking burning myself. So that's one wire I need to change. This wire here is going from the engine block down to the chassis right there. If I can point, let's see if I can point to it. You can see it. So it's going to the chassis right there. I need to change that wire out to a 2/0. This is 0 gauge right now. So that's one wire. All right, the next wire is going to be, I'm not going to change that ground wire out to the alternator, but I'm going to be adding that 2/0 cable down there as well. Or maybe I'll just add a second 0 gauge there. But that's the ground from the alternator itself. And that's 0 gauge already. That came stock. So that's 2 wires. And the third and fourth wire will be this next ground that's running down to the alternator. I need to change this wire out from the 0 gauge OFC welding cable to the 2/0 cable that's laying over there. So that'll be the third wire I need to change. And then the fourth wire, you can see it right here, it is from the positive post down to the alternator down there, and it's behind the alternator. So where this location, where the location of the alternator makes this extremely difficult. As you can see, it is underneath the engine. So you cannot see the bolts that you have to unscrew. The one on the bottom you can kind of easily get to, that's down there for the ground, but you have to have a deep tooth socket. I want to say it's 13 millimeter. This was very difficult, by the way. In the beginning, I had to do so many things to get the right amount of tools to figure out what I needed to actually do. I remember riding to the store with no alternator charge at all. I was just basically riding on battery, because the first alternator I bought, it was a JS alternator, and it didn't work. And I couldn't figure it out. I thought I needed a new belt. I thought the original belt that I bought for wasn't big enough, or wasn't small enough. And so bought, I don't know how many belts, I think 4 or 5 belts. And come to find out, it was a bad alternator. So the location of this alternator makes this a little bit difficult. It's not as difficult probably now, because I've done it like 3 or 4 times trying to get everything working. And like I said, I ordered this alternator from Tucson Alternator, and they got me right, and it worked on the first try. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking this out. I'm gonna try to film as much as I can, but where the location is at, I don't really know if I can get the camera in there like that and get it set up properly to record. But I'm gonna try my best. You know, this is supposed to be one of the last videos, and this is for my real subscribers, people who really follow me and like what I'm doing and don't mind sitting back and just watching a video, you know what I'm saying, whether it's 10 minutes or 30 minutes. So I really appreciate you guys. Let's get this done, man. I'm gonna let this engine block and everything cool off. It'll probably be evening time before I get to it, but we are gonna get this done. Today is Thursday, and tomorrow is my birthday. That's right, August 1st. I'll be 36 years old, man. But yeah, that's the alternator. I need to get behind here, get some bolts. I'm gonna try to do it step by step so you guys can see, especially you guys with Jeeps, you know, Grand Cherokees, I'm sure other Jeeps. The alternator is probably in the same location. Probably the same method as unscrewing it and taking the belt off. I'm pretty sure it's all the same steps. So we'll get it done. Thank you guys for watching, joining, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. I'm done talking. Let's get to work. Now I hope this doesn't fall, but this is what I got going on right now to cool this engine block off. I definitely don't want to burn myself, so this is going to speed up the process. So while that's cooling off, I got some more items over there Let's take a look and see what we got. So unfortunately, I won't be able to get the alternator install done because I have the wrong lugs. These are for 2 gauge, not 2/0. So I'm going to be sending these back and getting the correct ones. But I do have another item to install, which is that driver's side mirror. I don't know if you guys saw, but yeah, it fell off. The clips broke, I think, because I can't even put it back on there. So I just ordered a new mirror. I hope this works out. But right now I got duct tape holding it. Take a look. Got duct tape on that thing, man, and it's flopping around everywhere. I'm pretty sure the music did this. Pretty sure. All right, I did get that mirror replaced and it works. Boom. Kind of slow. It's slower, but it works. I don't know if you guys can tell, but look at the twice in thickness as you see from the 1/0 to the 2/0. Pretty much double the size. And this should allow more current from the alternator to my batteries to my system. Look at the thickness compared to this one. That makes that one look like a 4 gauge wire. Like a freaking snake, man. I guess while I'm waiting for those proper size lugs to come in, I guess I can go ahead and take this off and reinforce it with some Dynamat to ensure we have no rattles when it comes to this area. I took it off before and put some behind there, but I didn't reinforce it well enough, I don't think, because how it's set up back here, it's not just a flat surface. And you'll see when I take this off. So let's try and get that done. All right, so I turned the car around so we can have some light. So I can do it from this direction and we can actually see. So let me go ahead and set this up and get this done.
I'm assuming that there's going to be a very, 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 very
Finally got this panel off. Let me see if I can back this camera up. All right, so I do have some Dynamat back here, or a sound deadener, but as you can see, it's really not a flat surface. You have to go into a lot of crevices and put the Dynamat in there. So what I'm gonna do is just cover up any exposed area with some more Dynamat. I do have some in these areas. If you take a look, I have done my due diligence when it comes to sound deadening, but I'm still hearing some weird, crazy sounds from back here, only when the subwoofer box is pushed closer to the hatch. Another part I have to take off is this panel here. This panel here rattles a lot. I did put a piece of small styrofoam inside of here, and also I got some tape right here too to stop it from rattling, but it still rattles. Only on this side though, but not on this side. This side right here is a little bit more secure, but I'm gonna take the panel off and do the entire thing. I'm just gonna make sure it's all solid underneath. All right, so I ended up taking this other panel off too, and it was right here along the lines of that. And as I took that off, I saw that it was a bolt that fell out. So that maybe has something to do with some noise back here too. So I'm gonna put that bolt back in as it's supposed to sit right here. And I noticed that that is going to allow me, if I was to unscrew all those bolts, That'll allow me to take off this panel here and also put something behind there to keep that from rattling, because that does rattle as well and make noise, unnecessary noise too. So I may just end up doing that as well while I already have everything off. But yep, that's what everything looks like right now. Up, got that top piece done. Now I can reattach this, and hopefully that took care of the rattling on the top piece. And now we just have to go open this part up and take care of the inside. I had to close this in order to take the top piece off, so I'm just gonna work my way and put this back on and tighten it all back down. All right, I reinforced that a little bit more with some sound deadener. Not sure if you can tell, but I doubled up some layers that I already had in there, and I just went ahead and covered the entire hatch on the bottom part. And when it comes to this area, I didn't really put anything in there, but over on the upper rear hatch, I do got some sound deadener underneath there. So we're looking good. Now I got one more piece I need to take off, which is this piece here that does a lot of the rattling on the outside, and that should complete the video. All right, I finally got that final piece off. That's right here. I'm sure you guys noticed from the other videos that that piece makes a lot of noise, specifically on the left and the right side, but more so on the left side. Makes a lot of rattling noise in here. So I'm gonna just put some Dynamat or sound deadener right in this area. I already have it in the inside when I took this off the first time months ago, and I have a video of that too, by the way. So as you can see, it's really not a flat surface. You have to go around a lot of other pieces, so that disrupts putting sound deadener on. So I'm just gonna put some on this other side here to see if that helps out. All right, I put some deadener on that exposed piece of metal, or the body or the frame that didn't have sound deadener on there. I also have some inside of here. So this pretty much should take care of the rattling that I've been experiencing back here in this area. I don't hear this sound, the rattling sound that's on the external in the inside, but I don't like rattle even on the outside of the vehicle. So yep, got this on, but put this piece back on and see how everything sounds. All right, got that piece back on in the inside, and we're looking good. We are looking good. Took some time, but I'm glad I got that done. I don't have to take that off anymore. So yep, let me do some cleanup, and we'll see how it sounds. Solid up here, way more solid on this side. Go to rattling right here, but it's cushioned. Solid. Here we're picking up noise. Here we're still picking up noise. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to take this off again, but I'm gonna see how it sounds with the music playing, and that'll determine if I need to take this off again and put something behind this area. But I'm trying to stuff some foam in here. It doesn't seem like it's helping, but everywhere else is solid. Except this one part here. Even over here is more solid now. Damn it. Just this area right here. mirror was making a lot of noise.